Good morning, class. Welcome to another day of learning about the properties of triangles. So today we are moving on to learn about the angles of a right triangle. So if you have this anchor chart, we are now on the second one, okay? And we're going to be talking about this rule today. All right. So we're actually going to look at our textbooks on page 59, the top of it, number 4. To help introduce us to the idea of a right triangle, okay? So I just wanted to show you with this triangle. So I'm doing what the textbook has done on the page, but I wanted to show you what it looks like in real life because this is my right triangle, okay? And this, I just cut it out of a piece of paper, and we know that paper has right angles. So this is my trusty right angle here, and I've cut it across to form two other angles, okay? And now I'm going to do what the textbook has done and fold my angles towards my right angle. So I folded B down to line it up, okay? And now I'm going to fold A across. Ooh, and it's going to be nice and tight. Because A and B come together to be the same value as my right angle, okay? Because here's our rule. When one angle of a triangle is a right angle, the other two angles add up to 90 degrees. So we can see, because our right angle is worth 90 degrees, angles A and B come together to also equal 90 degrees, which follows our first rule that the sum of angles in a triangle equals 180 degrees, okay? And you can do this with various right triangles. So if you want to grab a piece of paper and cut out your own triangles, you can use the corner of the page as your right angle, and then you can just cut triangles. So here's my next triangle. Let's see if it does it. So we know that this is our right angle. So I'll fold the first angle down, and then I'll fold my other one across. And there you go. There are my two sides equaling 90 degrees. So if you want, you can take a minute and pause the video and find a piece of paper and try it out for yourself, because you'll see that it shows that our rule is true, which is very cool. And it works with right triangles that look different. So I'll do one more, just for good measure. Or you're welcome to try this after if you want to. Here's my last one. I tried to make it different, but it looks pretty similar to the other ones. But the rule stays the same. We can fold over one and fold over the other. It's kind of like origami. And there we go. You can see that they come together to match the right angle, okay? You can also draw right angle triangles if you'd like using your set triangles from your geometry set, because this is a right angle, okay? All of your triangles in your geometry set, like even this guy, have right angles, okay? Here, I'll put it there so it's not in front of my face. So if we want to see more examples of right triangles, you can look at your geometry set, okay? But now, after you've had a chance to play with triangles if you'd like to, we're gonna write our rule on the board, okay? And that also means I would like you to write it in your notebook. So if you have space under yesterday's note, you're welcome to do it, but make sure that you're writing the date and our new title, okay? So it's Thursday, May 6th, and our title is The Angles of a Right Triangle. Okay, so pause the video if you need to get that written down, and then I'm gonna start writing our rule, okay? And this is our note for today. When one angle of a triangle is a right angle. Okay, the other two side angles. The other two angles add up to 90 degrees. Okay, so that is our note for today. When one angle of a triangle is a right angle, the other two angles add up to 90 degrees. And I actually took that right out of your textbook from the green box, so you can copy it from there if you can't see this very well. Okay, and that's on page 59. Okay, so let's look at the rest of page 59 because it continues to talk about right triangles here. So let's do task 5 and 6 together. Okay, task number 5 tells us that in triangle PQR, angle QPR is a right angle and angle PQR is 57 degrees. So find the third angle. So I just wanted to explain how the lettering works. It's a little blurry, but when it tells you the angle, it's kind of, the letter in the middle is the actual point that it's on, but it's telling you that it's QPR because it goes along the lines QPR. Okay, so that's why it works that way. And then PQR, so the Q is the actual point that it's referring to, but it's written out PQR because it goes PQR. So it's pointing out the fact that that is the angle. Okay, because it's not just a point, right? It's an angle, so it uses the 3 points of the triangle. Okay, anyways, back to calculation. So it tells us that we have a right angle, and then we have another angle that's worth 57 degrees. So all we have to do, because we know that one angle is a right angle, is subtract the other angle from 90 degrees, which is what our thought bubble shows us to do. Okay? So we have to do, and this is number 5, we have to do 90 minus 57. Okay? Which is going to give us 33 degrees. Okay, so the third angle PRQ is 33 degrees. Okay, so that is how you find the angles when you're given a right angle triangle. Okay, so now let's look at number 6, because number 6 is asking us something different. So it asks us which of the following figures are right angle triangles. So for each of the triangles, they've given us 2 degree values. So value for A, we get 65 degrees and 25 degrees. For B, we get 48 and 43. And for C, we get 53 and 37. Okay? So this is where we use our critical thinking skills and we realize that if 2 of the angles add up to 90 degrees, then the third angle is a right angle, right? Because it's kind of the backwards view of this rule, right? The other 2 angles add up to 90 degrees. So if the other 2 angles add up to 90 degrees, then one angle is a right angle. Okay, so let's figure this out together. So for A, they've given us 65 degrees and 25 degrees. So A, I'll do it over here, 65 degrees plus 25 degrees, okay? And we'll do our mental math, and that equals 90 degrees, okay? Now let's look at B. B, we have 48 degrees plus 43 degrees. And that is going to give us 91 degrees. Oh, 91 degrees. So that means that B is not a right triangle. Okay? So not B, but A is. Now let's look at the last one. C gives us 53 plus 37. Okay, and that does give us 90 degrees. Okay, so A and C are our right triangles for number 6. So now that we know our rule, we can hop into our workbook. So today we're doing exercise number 39. Okay. And I just wanted to point this out to you guys so you're not confused. So the following figures are not drawn to scale. Find the unknown marked angles. Then mark each right-angled triangle with a check mark. Okay, so there are 4 triangles that you're given. Okay, you'll notice the first one shows us that it is a right triangle by giving us the box. Okay, but that doesn't mean that these 3, any one of these 3, might also be a right angle triangle, which is why it's asking you to check mark the ones that you find to be right triangles, okay? So if you find that the third angle is worth 90 degrees, give it a check mark, okay? So that is your task for today, and it's just 1 page, so you are all set to go. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. There you have it.